The warehouse air was thick with dust and defeat. Rain hammered the roof, a funeral march for Gotham's last hope. Batman's armor, once formidable, was now shattered metal and sparking wires. He lay broken beneath Superman, pinned by a force that could move mountains. There was no plea, no shared name, only the cold finality of the moment. Superman's eyes glowed crimson. He saw not a hero, but an obstacle. Batman's hand twitched for a kryptonite grenade, just out of reach. Superman did not hesitate. His fist descended with precise, lethal force. The sound was sickening, a dull crack echoing louder than the storm. The light in Batman's eyes went out. He was gone. Superman stood, his cape unstained, his face unreadable. He looked down at Bruce Wayne, friend, adversary, now just a body. No remorse, only chilling resolution. He had done what he believed necessary. The world would be safer, orderly, his. Superman turned his back, leaving Batman in the ruins of his crusade. The rain washed away the blood, but not the sin. Superman floated through the shattered roof, ascending into the storm. He did not look back. The deed was done. A line had been crossed. The world had lost its greatest protector. A new era had begun, an era of absolute power. The age of Superman had arrived. Gotham felt the absence first, a tremor in its dark soul. Chaos erupted. Gangs battled for territory. Arkham's horrors spilled into the streets. Without the Bat, monsters played freely. Justice shattered. Then silence. The powerful criminals vanished. No arrests, just quiet, permanent solutions. Fear, once Batman's weapon, now belonged to a god. Commissioner Gordon disappeared. The bat signal went dark. Some said he hid, others that he confronted Superman and paid the price. Gotham was orphaned. At Bruce Wayne's funeral, the world mourned a billionaire, not a legend. Lois Lane stood apart, grief-stricken, knowing the truth. Her presence was a silent message to Clark above. In her pocket, a letter, a eulogy for the man Superman used to be. The city was truly alone. Superman's transformation was absolute. The warm smile was gone, replaced by a cold, impassive stare. He no longer spoke to the press or offered comfort. He simply acted. His justice was swift, silent, terrifyingly efficient. Corrupt leaders confessed at his gaze. Terrorist cells vanished before they began. World leaders feared him. He was no longer an ally, but a force to be placated. He became the sole arbiter of global security. At a nuclear summit, Superman issued a command, not a request. Nuclear arsenals were dismantled in a week, by threat, not diplomacy. Wonder Woman confronted him at the Fortress of Solitude. She pleaded for hope, warned of ruin. He replied coldly, "They are safe. That is all that matters." Her pleas failed. The friend she knew was gone. Crime vanished. Wars ceased. The world was safer, but not better. People walked in fear. Under a watchful, silent God, peace had come, but at the cost of the human spirit. Haunted by memory, Clark descended into the Batcave. The relics of Batman stood silent, monuments to a fallen warrior. Clark approached the main console. A sensor triggered. The screen flickered to life. Bruce's face appeared, calm, recorded days before their end. He spoke of hope, of humanity, of believing even a god could be good. "Don't do this, Clark. Don't become what we fought against." For a moment, emotion flickered in Clark's eyes. The message was a final gambit, a plea to the friend he'd killed. The screen went dark. Clark stood alone with his reflection. The conflict raged. Man versus God, friend versus killer. The god won. With a cry, Clark shattered the console, crushed the Batman cowl to dust. He would not be haunted. He would not be questioned. Clark returned to the Kent farm, empty, overgrown, a tomb of lost humanity. He stood in the cornfield, utterly alone in his perfect hollow world. In Gotham's alleys, a new figure emerged, faster, more agile, a flash of black and blue. Dick Grayson, the first Robin, had taken up the mantle. He could not be Bruce, but he could honor the idea. The bat signal shone again, a beacon of defiance. From orbit, Superman watched, enforcing his cold peace. His gaze caught the bat signal, a light in Gotham's darkness. He had killed the man, but the symbol endured. The idea of Batman was resistance, humanity's will to fight tyranny, even when it wore a savior's face. Superman stared down at the light, his one undeniable failure. The Bat was dead, but Batman lived on. As long as that signal shone, Superman's victory would never be absolute.